Hey, Wellness Walkers, welcome to the Pep Talk Walk, the podcast designed to inspire and uplift you as you walk towards better emotional, physical, and spiritual health. I'm your friendly wellness walker and self-care instructional designer, Yarel Stevens. I want to start off by saying that all the different ways that life can flip you in a heartbeat. 1 minute, everything feels steady and familiar, like you are strolling the paths on the walk of life with the perfect breeze. And then, out of nowhere, everything shifts. That once gentle breeze now feels like an unkind, brutal wind. And you know what? With it, the emotional upheavals, they tend to shake up your sense of stability, your sense of safety, and identity. It can be so intense and disorienting to the extent that you no longer feel the breeze. And in those moments, they are pretty tough moments. They are hard moments. They are challenging moments. They are tough. But here's the good news. So are you. You don't have to fight the unkind, brutal wind. You just have to stay steady and connected to yourself. Feel what you feel without letting those brutal winds, whatever they may be, death, divorce, miscarriage, betrayal, abandonment, financial instability. Hey, you insert the unkind, brutal wind because no matter what it is, don't let it take you out. Today, we're talking about accepting life's shifts with grace, so you can feel the breeze, even when those unkind, brutal winds start to intensify. If this is something that's resonating with you, stay tuned because today's Pep Talk Walk is inspired to help you feel the breeze.
Full potential.
That's right. Feel the breeze. And no, I don't just mean the wind brushing past your skin as you walk. I'm talking about the breeze felt on the walk of life. All of it. The gentle ones, the sudden gusts, the drastic changes in direction. Because like a sudden current, life has a way of shifting us. Plans unravel. People surprise us. Goals evolve. And sometimes that breeze intensifies all at once without warning. So it's pretty easy at times to feel off balance perceiving the breeze as a wind, especially if the experiences we're walking through feel unkind, intense, and disoriented. But here's what I want you to remember. You are the ground beneath your own feet. You are not the storm. You are not the chaos. You are not the unexpected twist. It's critical that you understand this because if you let those violent winds uproot you, it can be hard to separate where you begin and the chaos starts. That's why you are the steady center, that all of it moves around. Never forget that, especially if you're uprooted. Now, you might sway in the breeze, and that's okay. You might pause to catch your breath in the breeze, and that's wise, but don't lose your footing. Stay grounded because you know who you're becoming. So feel the breeze when it turns cold. Intentionally focus on a feeling that has been troubling you and let it play out in your mind. Maybe it's disappointment, a loss, or just one of those days when nothing goes right. Don't shrink. Feel the breeze. Learn from it and turn it into something powerful. Don't let it define you. Instead, let it strengthen who you're becoming. As you remain grounded and centered, think about what the person you're becoming would say, do, feel, and then be that unapologetically. You let the highs lift you, you let the lows pass through you, and you stay rooted in who you're becoming throughout the entire process. So now that you understand the heart of what it means to feel the breeze, let's explore what this looks like in real life, practically. Like, how do you actually feel the breeze in a grounded way?
Feels like sunshine. Feels like self-love.
So you want to feel the breeze in a grounded way, right? Not just the wind brushing past your skin, but that deeper sense of aliveness, of being fully present, even when life challenges us unexpectedly. Here are 3 tips you can use to feel the breeze step by step in your everyday routines. Number 1, start your day with intention. Now, feeling the breeze begins the moment you wake up. This is not an actual going outside and feeling this breeze on your skin. We're talking about these moments that you wake up and you're starting your day with intention and you say to yourself, Today, I'm choosing to notice what's good even in the smallest, tiny, incremental things. Because gratitude isn't just a morning ritual, it's a way of training your heart to stay open even when life gets messy. So, as you move through your day, doing things like making coffee, answering emails, dealing with people, look for those moments. I want you to look for those moments that make you smile. See if you can catch yourself smiling. You likely are going through your day with an appreciation for so many different things and feeling it, smiling on the inside, but really not taking a moment to sit with it. You might see something, someone you admire, and you just make a note of it, but you don't really sit with it to really allow yourself to appreciate it with true gratification. And this isn't about going over and expressing it to other people. This is about you internalizing the things that you appreciate, that you see, that you can find gratitude with, and acknowledging it to yourself and seeing how that feels with you, how that sits with you, how that makes your soul breathe, okay? Because these tiny touch points that you do with recognizing gratitude, they help your soul breathe. They remind you of who you are. Number 2, recognize the power of what you radiate. That's right. Listen, what you put out into the world emotionally, energetically, it comes back. It comes back. It might take a while for it to come back, but it eventually comes back. If something feels right to you, it is. If something feels off or draining to you, that too, it is. Because your body and your spirit, let me tell you something, they know. They know when the things are off and they know when the things are on. And it's up to us to recognize when those things are off and on, because what happens is we start to radiate a power, a energy that comes off of us that we may not even be aware of, but other people can feel, sense, and recognize and use that to their advantage. To feel the breeze, you must be able to recognize the power of which you radiate. Because feeling the breeze isn't something that's just poetic. This is very practical. It's how you stay in tune with your own energy so you can stay anchored while everything else in the world moves around you. Remember, you are the center of everything that is going around you, everything that's happening around you. You are not the chaos. You are not the storm. You are in the center of it. And your role, the way you look out for yourself is to really stay grounded and centered in the midst of everything shifting and changing around you. When you recognize the power of what you radiate, it's easier to find balance with the highs and lows we experience throughout the walk of life, right? No matter what you're facing, to recognize your power, stop and ask yourself, am I seeing this moment as a wind trying to knock me down or a breeze guiding me towards growth? Whichever you choose, that is the power you're radiating energetically into the world, and others will see it too. Number 3, be you everywhere, every time. This one is the one that I love to hate and I hate to love, because feeling the breeze means showing up fully. Not just a polished version of you, but the real one, the one with feelings, flaws, fierce resilience, the one that lives out loud wholeheartedly, the one that speaks the truth even when your voice might shake, the one that laughs loud, loves freely, the version of you that just really lets your presence be felt. And this one, this is why I say I love to hate it and I hate to love it, is that this is something that's not always easy. We have these lulls where it becomes difficult to do that because you might be going through a particular type of challenge in life. You may be facing some adversity, and so it adjusts the way that you show up. This is the thing about feeling the breeze. Even when the winds of life shift violently and we have these sudden changes, we still have to live in this way. And that is not always easy. These don't always feel like breezes. They feel like storms. And at first, it can feel like those challenges, they come out of nowhere, right? Like you're being ripped away from the very roots that you worked so hard to plant. You may have had consistency for a long time, years, and then boom, just something just suddenly seems like it's just taking away all of your progress. But hear this. The tougher the storm, the more meaningful the growth. The deeper the pain, the greater the preparation for the next level of your journey. That means that if you have lost your consistency because you've faced some adversity and now you have this setback, this wasn't for nothing. This growth that you've made up until this point, it was needed so that you can find your resilience to jump back in faster, quicker, and more meaningful. That pain that you're feeling that feels so deep, it's deep because it requires this next level of what you're going to go through, a greater sense of strength. And so this is just a fraction of what is needed for you to evolve for that next level, whatever that is. So these are really hard moments, and they are not here to break you. They are shaping you for something deeper, something more aligned with who you're becoming. And it feels so difficult and challenging because you've not yet evolved to the person that you are becoming that can handle that, right? You are in transition. And that's why focusing on being you everywhere, every time is key. So keep being you everywhere, every time, because that's how you feel the breeze, even when the wind picks up.
Going, growing, glowing.
Wellness Walker, you're already braver than you know. May you remember to use these 3 tips when facing life's challenges. 1, start your day with intention, recognizing that gratitude isn't just a morning ritual, but it's a way of training your heart to stay open even when life gets messy. 2, recognize the power of what you radiate, because what you put out into this world emotionally and energetically, it comes right back to you. And 3, be you everywhere, every time, because feeling the breeze means showing up fully, not just a polished version of you, but the real one. If you remember nothing else, remember this: no matter the situation or the moment, you can't always control the current, but you can choose how you move through it. That's it for today's Pep Talk Walk, but you keep showing up for yourself. Keep shining your truth. Trust your steps. Trust your timing, even when the path feels unclear. And I'll meet you on our next walk for another Pep Talk, ready to remind you of your strength.
Full potential.